Greetings, dear students. In today's lesson, we will learn how to mill a pocket using SimCam software that comes with CNC Simulator Pro. In a previous lecture, we have learned using CNC Simulator Pro to mill this pocket by using G02 or G03 commands. We have done this program and I invite you to revisit it. I invite you to watch that video again and to run the simulation again regarding how we do the milling using G00, G01 and G02 or G03 commands. So we will do this pocket by doing circular cuts and remove the material. No? Now we will learn a new approach. We will do the same thing, and this time we will do the pocket using SimCam, which is one subpart of CNC Simulator Pro. So where do you find the SimCam? You have here the CNC Simulator Pro software. You have 3D, 2D, and SimCam. You go to the SimCam and you should obtain this window with this, let's say, array with this grid, no, with this grid. Now we want to insert first a workpiece material. So we go here to more and we will insert the same workpiece as here. We will add a 100 millimeters to 100 millimeters to 20 millimeters workpiece. So we will do the same here. So more, we go to workpiece and click on the workpiece. And here we can insert any of the workpieces that we already have in CNC Simulator, or we can create another workpiece with custom dimensions and we can insert that workpiece as well. So we will select here at the workpiece position on X 0, 0 and 0 as well here. What means this? Means the position of the workpiece with respect to the 0 of the table. So we will have 0, 0, 0 for the 3 axes. And we shall look at the dimensions here. So this workpiece with number 1 is 100 per 100 per 10. We want a workpiece with 100, 120. Therefore, we should search for 100 and 120 millimeters workpiece. So this is 80, 80, 10. This is 100, 120. So number 3 workpiece will be used in this program. So we will press OK now. So remember to put here 0 everywhere and press OK. If we zoom here, this is our workpiece. Zoom out, zoom in, and this is our workpiece. You can observe the 0 point here put into the corner of the workpiece, which is at 0, 0, 0 exactly as we indicated in that command before. Okay? Now, the SimCam will enable us to do the pocketing, milling pocketing, using some layers that we are constructing. So in order for us to do the layers, we will construct this figure here in one layer. So we will make these 4 circles, 1, 2, 3, and 4 circles. in SimCam. Mind you that all of these circles have a radius of 20 millimeters. 20 millimeters. We will start by making a first circle, which would be a main circle, an auxiliary circle, which we will delete afterwards. But this circle will help us construct this figure. So the circle has the center of 50 millimeters on X and Y. So how we construct it? We'll go to the circle and press on drawing circle and arc, click, and then we will indicate the center and radius of the circle. Click on center radius, and here we can enter the coordinates or point the center. So I can point the center wherever I want here in this area. No? So I can enter the coordinates, and the coordinates are 50 and 50. And I will press OK. Now we can make the radius like this with our mouse, or we can indicate by entering the radius. Here, click on enter radius, and here we will put 20 millimeters. And press OK. So here we have the circle. All we need to do is to construct the full circle. That means press simultaneously Shift plus Enter to construct the circle. So I will write here, press from the keyboard, Shift plus Enter. Okay, Shift plus Enter. So here I will press from my keyboard, Shift and Enter in the same time. There you go, we have constructed our circle with center of 50 millimeters, as you see here, and the radius 20. We will do the same for constructing the other four circles. So we will start with the circle from the left, this one that I am with my mouse here. And we need to observe that the center of the circle is at 30 millimeters on X and 50 millimeters on Y. So I will go here and press a comment so that you know what we are doing. Construct circle from left with center, see, 30 and 50. Okay, so we will construct this circle now in the same manner as we did this one here. So, circle, drawing circle, center radius, enter coordinates. Here we will put 30 and 50, so 30 on X, 50 on Y, press OK. Click on the radius. We maintain the 20 radius because this is the same, and we press OK. Again, Shift and Enter from your keyboard, and you have constructed the circle from the left. We will construct now the circle from the right. Circle from the right, that means this circle. You need to observe that this circle has the center at 70 on X and 50 on Y. So construct, well, right here, the second circle, the circle from right. So this has 70 and 50, no? Center 70 and 50, we do the same, circle, drawing circle, enter the center with radius, enter the coordinates, 70 on it, X, 50 on Y, press OK, enter the radius, and the radius is still 20, press OK, and then press from your keyboard Shift and Enter, and there you go. So these are the steps that you need to follow in order to do your circle. After you insert the center and the radius, you need to press the Shift and Enter keyboards in the same time. Alright, we construct now the circle from the top. No. And you need to observe that this circle has the center at 50 and on Y it's at 70. No? So I just copied it and we do a similar approach here. Construct the circle from top, the circle from the up circle, or we can say the third circle. And this circle has, let's look again to the picture, 50 and 70. So here it's 50 and here it's 70. So we do the same, circle, drawing circle. We can also construct it by 2 or 3 points indicating 2 or 3 points of the circle, but it's much easier for this application to construct it like this. So center, enter coordinates, on X we put 50, no, as we see here. On Y we put 70, as we observe here, 70. Press OK, enter the radius, keep 20, shift and enter, and here we go. And one more circle, construct the fourth circle. And now let's look again to the picture. This is the down circle, so this has 50 and the Y is at 30. So the center is 50 and 30. Okay, so we go here, drawing circle, center, enter coordinates. On X we put 50, as one can observe from the comments. On Y we put 30, so I just copy here and paste it if I want, and press OK. And enter the radius, which is still the same, 20 millimeters. Shift and enter, and here we go. Now we will delete this circle here because this was just an auxiliary circle that help us see the centers of the other circles. So click on this one, and we can press on modify, and here we can press on delete. I will go again to Ctrl Z. You can also delete it by clicking and use delete from the keyboard. So I'll delete. I have deleted the initial circle that we have constructed. All in all, what you have obtained so far is this figure that we have initially in our front. So what we will do now is to define a contour. So we will define a contour and we will make the pocket, we will make the cutting tool follow that contour. So we will define a contour, okay, using these circles, okay, we will define a contour using these circles. Okay, so let us see how we define the contour. We press on more here and we go to the contour. And we press on contour. We press on track. You can make the contour in many ways. By making track, that means we indicate the point of the contour by making a rectangle or by following your mouse position. We will use the first by indicating the track. That means we will tell the computer where is our contour. So click on the track and here it's click on start point. So let's see. So this would be our start point, 30, 70, and click. Then go to the middle of the circle, 50, 90, click. Then go to this next point, 70, 70, and click. And again, go to 90 and 50 and click. Go to 70 and 30 and click the same. We will do the same, 50 and 10 on Y and click. 30 and 30, click with your mouse. 10 on X, 50 on Y, click. And we come back to the same point, 30 and 70, click. After you click the last point and you close the contour, the computer will ask you where to now. That means the computer will ask for next position of the contour. You just press here. Let's go here and make a comment. After last point. So after last point, we will press escape from the keyboard. So press escape key. So I will press escape here and here we go. The computer will ask us to save this file. We can save it. I will not save it at this point, or let's save it here. So I will say yes, and here give a name. So let's see here, contour pocket, contour 1. Let's say contour 1, and I will save it here. All right. So let us see here what we have done so far. We have defined a workpiece. We have made a layer, and we can see the layers now here by pressing the layers, and we observe that we have two layers, one that is called guides and the one that is our contour, as you can observe here. We can make this visible or invisible if I want, no, but it's not important at this point. So what we're going to do now, in order to make the pocket, we're gonna double click on this, contour layer. So double click, and it will go to this cutting operation parameters. You can name this operation and you can define the name of this operation as you want. We will select the type of the operation as pocket, the third one, and here we will select the cutting tool. It's tool number 1, which is a milling tool with diameter of 10. Okay, and here we will select the cutting parameters, the milling parameters. We will give here 1 millimeter, and let's see what we give here. it's 23 the height, 16 the Z. We will select the coolant either off and or on. So now it's on. We can select the spindle of the milling machine clockwise or anti-clockwise. We can indicate the feed here in meters per minute. We can indicate the feed in on Z direction. We can indicate the spindle speed as well. So you just write down these parameters and press OK, but mind you that these should be selected to the pocket in this area. And press OK. Good. So here we have a mill pocket, and the computer is indicating what will be milled, no? And you can see here in this layer as well what it will be milled. Now mind you that the Z cutting is 16 millimeters, no? Here we have the at defined part we have the position of the workpiece with respect to the zero of the table. No? So depending on what we put here, we can move the workpiece on the three axes. Good, let's make a simulation now and see what it will be machined. So I will press simulate here and let's see what it will be machined. So M21 command will close the doors of the machine. We will have now the cutting tool. We can observe here, we can observe the zero of the reference point, which is put at 0, 0, 0, no? Which is put at 0, 0, 0. If you want to modify this 0, we need to appeal to G92 command. So if I want to put it in this corner, or in this corner, or in this corner, I will have to appeal to G92 command. Okay? So I will fast forward this, and we shall see now the effects of our program. Mind you that first the CNC, the SimCam is cutting the contour in the straight line, so it's milling in the straight line, and afterwards it will mill using G03 commands. So now it's using G03 as you see, milling counterclockwise the G03s. Here we go. And we have created the mill pocket that, as you see here, it's much easier to obtain using SimCam than programming line by line using CNC Simulator Pro. So this would be your second approach on constructing a pocket using CNC Simulator Pro by making use of SimCam. Now, if you want to do more machining to this part, you need to construct more layers and define each layer and tell the machine what to do. Now, what I want to show you here more in order to, before we finish here, is, for example, what we have put here is, let us look again to these numbers that we put here. So we have put here 23 and here 16. 23 minus 16 makes 7 millimeters. So 7 would be the cutting depth that we have here obtained. We can change these parameters, accordingly, and the cutting depth will be also changed. So by changing these parameters, 23 and 16, you can change the cutting depth. Mind you that, here, The 0 point is in this corner at the bottom here, at the bottom. Okay, so if we change the z would be reference to this point, So if our part is 20 millimeters and we have put over there 16, then the machining depth would be 20 minus 16, that means 4 millimeters. Okay, let us see and change this. Let us change this and put, for example, here uh, 12. Let's put 12 and see that the depth of these will be changed and simulate again. So mind you that all that we measure here is with respect to the reference point, which is in this corner. So let us simulate again and do it on task form. You can observe that the cutting depth of the milling pocketing is bigger now. It's bigger now. So how can we say how much bigger it is? It's 20 minus 12, and it's 8 millimeter deep. 8 millimeter deep. So we can change these parameters of machining by changing the layer parameters when we select the cutting tool machining parameters. Here we go. So as one can observe now, the cutting depth here, it's bigger from 4 millimeters before to 8 millimeters now. Here we go. We have done the same part as the classical CNC simulator pro machining, where we have written all the lines here and use G00, G01 and G03 comments. This time, as we can observe, we have used the SimCam to construct the contour, and we have assigned the pocketing milling on this contour. Hope that you understood this example. Should you have any questions, please address your questions on our WeChat group. Thank you and bye bye.